It's Alicia, also known as Vacchielli, and today we're going to be doing CATERPIE makeup, which CATERPIE is a little green worm. He has some yellow on him, he has a little red. So we're going to do that today. So I'm going to start off with my usual of taking my Vino Daily Moisturizing Lotion, kind of warming it up in my hand, and then pushing it on my skin. My pores have been so bad recently, but especially where I wear my mask, like right here, my pores have been really big. I don't know why, but apparently that's a thing that happens. And my face has been clogging a lot more than normal, and I hate it. I absolutely despise it. But it's whatever. So we're just gonna moisturize with that. I'm gonna kind of let that soak in a little. Then we got this. I guess I'm just gonna, talk to you guys like I normally do. So, I've had quite an eventful week at work, you could say. But I'm just gonna keep it, I'm gonna say that, because I do want to film a video where I, talk about, server stories. I think after I film this makeup video, I film it, edit it, convert it, upload it, keep it to private. I'm going to film another video today. Alright, right now I'm using the e.l.f. Hello Hydration, or Holy Hydration, what is it? Holy Hydration, sorry. Holy Hydration face cream. I'm just taking that. And anyways, I will, film a YouTube video about, good starter, horror anime, I think is what I'm going to start off with. Because horror anime is my stuff. I like horror. I like horror stuff in general. I'm not wearing my brace right now. I'm supposed to be wearing a brace, but I can't really do it while I do while I'm doing makeup. I'm going to take this Wet n Wild clear gloss, and I'm just going to put that on my lips. Let it prep and prime. Leave it on. I should probably use a chapstick, but I lost all my chapsticks. I don't know what I've done with them. But it has this gloss. It's clear. I quite like it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do green and yellow on my eyes with a little bit of red. I have an idea for the red. I don't know how well I'll execute it. It all depends. It could go horribly wrong or wonderfully great. There's only two different options. Okay, next thing is I'm going to use my Poreless Putty Primer. I'm going to take that. I'm going to rub my finger in it. And then I'm going to focus it a lot right here. And I'm going to really tap that in, tap it really. So I'm going to just talk about a couple of things that I've watched recently. One of them today that I really like. So if you guys don't know who, I think her name is Jenny Nicholson. She makes a lot of videos. She just made one. It's an hour and 11 minutes. And it's all about, bronies, essentially. And, the, fandom over the years. And she used to apparently be a part of a group that did Friendship is Witchcraft. I don't know anything about it. I'm not big into My Little Ponies or anything like that. But I like her videos. And I didn't know she was, she sang that song that's really that, people in the TikTok, cosplay community were so mad about. It's the one that says, a derogatory word for Romanian people. And she didn't know at the time, but now she does, and she's like, please don't say that word. She talked about that. She just talked about in general, because, the last BronyCon happened, which she said she assumes the rest will go down, essentially, with it. But she stopped making that content a long time ago, because mostly it's been re-uploads and not, on her channel itself, because Hasbro took them all down, and I didn't know that. That was a revelation for me. And then it just made me 300 times more fascinated with her. I already have this very weird fascination with Jenny, because she's just so You know what I mean? Just so. I liked a lot of her like Star Wars content because I'm not like a die-hard fan of Star Wars. I like it, I enjoy it, I like to watch it, I don't mind it. I think it's quite good. I just think the fandom can kind of be toxic sometimes. I think that's with any fandom. It can be really toxic. But some more than others, and I've noticed like I only talk to very few people that like Star Wars, and they're not crazy. I'm not big on people that are crazy with like fandoms and stuff. I kind of stay away from those people. So I'm going to use this yellow color corrector, as I always do. Going to tap it in the inner corner and underneath. But I'm just not really that big on like fandom culture typically, except for if I like things a lot. Like I am in love with certain things quite a bit. But then there are shows like I'll start watching and then I'll look at the fandom stuff, and the fandom will actually make me kind of like dislike it, because I'm like, well, I don't want to keep watching this because it's going to be hard to enjoy content of it because people like to ruin everything. Like with weird, I don't know, like I try to watch Gravity Falls and then there's some weird shit with that community. I mean, y'all, some of y'all need Jesus. I mean, I'm not even religious, like, at all. But some of y'all need Jesus. I mean, boy, oh boy, some of that is not okay. Would y'all be drawing? No ma'am. No ma'am. Or writing? No ma'am. That's disgusting. And you need help. Why would you do that? Gross. Don't look at it. So that ruined it for me. I tried. Okay, so I'm going to be using my Lorac. Ooh, this is not clean. Because I messed it up recently. I mean, it's mine, not Lorac. L'Oreal Infallibles Foundation. Going to do a couple of pumps. And then I'm going to... And then blend it out. Blend it out. Blend it out. Yeah, but I will be doing like a server story kind of video. I don't know if it's just going to be just server stories, or if it's going to be, you know, like everything. Like, and everything. Like a makeup and server stories that kind of like get ready with me. It'll probably just be server stories. And I'll probably tell them in like the places that I've worked. But I won't say the name of the place, obviously. Or like part one, and I'll tell all the server stories from that restaurant, and then the next restaurant, and the next one. There is one place I'll say the name, because it's gonna be hard to find it, because they're a huge franchise, like, and it's more so the customers and not like the company I'm gonna be talking about. So I'm gonna do half a pump, put it on my forehead. And some other things I've been watching a lot. I'm watching a lot of like Lois Lane, because I love her. She literally she makes me want to buy a strawberry dress. Like, I'm probably just going to buy a strawberry dress because of her. Because it's like, she's like, it's so cute. And she got Story of Seasons. And I love Story of Seasons a lot. I've been playing it a lot. I haven't checked on my island for a few days in Animal Crossing. I need to. I've been playing some Subnautica. I like Subnautica quite a bit. It's quite a fun game. Okay, now let me check my face in the mirror. So, I will be getting a cosplay fairly soon. A new one. Another one. And I'm probably going to be doing custom sizes because that's what I want to do. Make sure it fits properly. I don't know which one I want to do yet. Like, I have so many I would like to do. But I have like a month to decide. So I'm going to go through... Look at them. Okay, I look psychotic right now. So, I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. And I'm going to I'm going to go like this. Go down the side of my nose. Then I'm going to dip back in. And I'm just waiting pretty much for the Sailor Moon ColourPop collection. I've been waiting a while for it to get restocked again, because it got restocked like a couple of days after my birthday. I was very excited. Didn't get it, of course. Freaking scalpers, dude. I hate people like that do that shit. They fucking... Why are you like that, people? Why? I gotta be a dick. Alright, so I'm going to blend it out, and then I'm going to set my face with this powder. So, grab this. I'm gonna blend out the edges of my concealer. Anyways, I'm like, oh, she got the same game as me, but she pre-ordered it, so she got the cute little plushie that went with it. I was a little sad, because I wanted that plushie a lot, because I love strawberry stuff, and so I think I'm going to get a strawberry dress, or like a shirt or something. Probably a dress though, because I want to start wearing more dresses. I'm wearing a skirt today, because I'm trying to, because I really don't like my legs, and so I try not to show them. But cosplays that I have, literally my legs show in like every single one of them so far. One of them is a little tight right now because I gained some weight and I've been fasting. I've already lost 3 pounds. Go me. Woo! Lost 3 pounds. I do intermittent fasting. It works for me because not most other diets work for me, because my body just really likes to hold on to everything. So I'm using this e.l.f. powder. I quite like it, but you know, I'm watching a lot of Lovely Lane. I started watching Michelle Paletti again. I watched her for years, and then I lost her because it unsubscribed from my like freaking subscription thing, which I need to go through, and I need to unsub from a bunch of people, because I grab a bunch of people and I start subscribing to them, and then I don't watch any of their videos anymore. And I watched a lot of her stuff, but then I forgot, because I had so many other things I subscribed to. I'm like, I miss her content. Like, where did she go? And I look her up, I'm like, oh, she's still been making content. I'm just out of the loop. So I resubscribed to her and everything. I turned her notifications on. I'm going to go through. Jordan Thatcher, I think that's how you pronounce her name. She does like commentaries on stuff. She just did one on mommy issues in males and females, and she's going to release the daddy issues. And she also did one on gentrification in the working class, but particularly in the UK. I'm in the US, clearly, but I like a lot of her content, and she does, like, it's really well done. It looks very nice. She said she recently got, like, inspired by ContraPoints and, like, ContraPoint style, which I really like, with the outfit changes and the sitting in new things. It's so cute. It's adorable, and it fits very well with her. Alright, I know this is not recommended to prime your eyelids with concealer, but I'm going to anyways. So, I'm going to take it. It's worked for me for years. I'm using the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. I use a lot of e.l.f. products. e.l.f. and Wet n Wild. I use a lot of their stuff. Like, a lot. Maybelline, too. Those are, like, my go-to brands. Okay, I'm going to blend it out with my finger. Now that I've tapped it out quite a bit, I'm going to take, I don't know if it's Light Sage or Lieutenant Sage in this palette, and I'm going to set this with that color, because it's a nice green color. I quite like it. I will be putting brighter colors on top of it. I just think it would be a good base to work off of, which I don't know why some people don't think about this, but like setting your whatever you're using with a color that's kind of similar to what you're going to be using I don't know, quite a good idea. I've been doing it for many, many years. I learned it from my mom because she, like, in the 80s, it was really common to do, like, bright colors on everything. So she taught me this little trick on doing it this way instead. And so you set it and then you can, like, kind of work off of it. Yeah. I just want to get something on my eyelids because I just feel like I look crazy and then I have to do my face still. My shirt will not stay up for the life of itself. Oh well. I freaking guess. So I'm going to put a little less concealer on this side. Yeah, I'm watching her as well. I watched Bailey Sarian a lot. I've been watching a lot of Robert Welsh as well. Clearly, I mean, I put him in one of my titles where I told my ghost stories. If you haven't watched that video, go watch it. I thought it was a very good video. I'm just patting the concealer again. And that's where I learned that doing it with concealer apparently isn't a good idea. But I mean, it's worked for me since pretty much this concealer came out. I'm not even kidding. I've been doing this, I think it came out in 2018. And I've been doing it that long. And my eye makeup never, like, creases. It always looks really nice. So I'm going to continue to do it, I guess. Because it's worked for me. And as he said, not everyone is the same when it comes to stuff like this. So, okay. So, I set my eyelids, and now I'm going to go and, oh, eyelash in my eyeball. That's not a fun feeling. Okay. I'm now going to go and contour my face. And he, like, suggests you, like, hold your brush up here. Oh my gosh, the shirt. Okay, there we go. This shirt needs to figure out what it's doing with its life. Okay. So I'm going to go into this. This shade is too warm for me, but I mean, I'm not going anywhere today. Who really freaking cares? I'm going to hold it up here. I'm going to lay it down, and then I'm going to buff it out, because that's what he says, to hold it up here and, like, kind of move back and forth kind of slowly and, like, turn it like this. I don't know. This is what Robert says to do. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Robert, help. Robert, help me. Actually, don't help me, because you're going to roast me for, like, me using concealer on my eyelids. Please don't do that. Actually, don't respond to this video. If for some reason on God's green earth you see this, please don't. Okay, now I'm going to take the contouring shade right here, and then right here, and blend it out. I've also been watching Glam and Gore a lot. I watch a lot of her stuff. I've been listening to Corpse Husband's music a bunch. If you didn't know, the guy that does that, you know, the reading of the scary stories, also makes music. It's very good. It's quite hard, quite heavy. If you don't like that, don't listen to it. But I quite like it. I watch a lot of Anthony Padilla. I watch that too. Some Ordinary Gamer. I've watched a lot of Some Ordinary Gamer. I've mentioned him in a couple of videos. I watch like every single one of his videos almost. I gotta catch up on a few, because that's what I do. I go through and I just catch up on a bunch of people's content. Because, you know, I watch a lot of Stephanie Sue. I'm done with the beauty community. Like, I've stopped watching those videos pretty much. I watch Robert. That's it. Because it's all just freaking, you know, drama now. I'm tired of drama. I watch like Nikki tutorials sometimes, but I've kind of weaned off of it slightly. Ow, this headband is hurting me. Ow. That hurt. Okay. I just moved it back a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to contour my nose slightly. Because look at the rest of my face. It was so contoured, so good. Very nice. I'm gonna take this. Boop, beep boop, beep boop. Oh. Hold it at the end, guys. Hold it at the end. This is so hard. This is such a new thing for me to learn. Just holding it at the end. I'm so used to like holding it down here. Because that's like, this is how I kind of can hold better. Because I'm left-handed. I don't know how to do anything. Right. And in the stories where I talk about like my server stories, it's not going to all be bad stories. Like some of them will be good. Because there are good perks of being a server, you know? There are people that understand your job right now, you know, especially right now, like in the world, like I'm considered an essential worker. And a lot of people like to argue with like if, you know, serving is essential or food is essential, like fast food and stuff, which I remind people, I'm like, I have a customer that comes in with like a big group of them it's like the first Wednesday of every month they come in. And one of the people is blind, and so he gets all the pre-cut food. And what he does, he goes up and says, hey, can I have someone follow me? Or like someone like show me like where I need to go and like what I need to do and like what I can get. And he goes and then comes every single time. And he has to get the pre-cut vegetables and fruits because he can't do it himself. And so I remind people, some people cannot feed themselves. They cannot do it. And so a lot of the time it's like they have somebody helping them out, and you know, or they need to have proper meals. They can't just always have microwave meals. It's not fair to them. So I like to remind people that it's really not all about you, and it's not all about us. Like I get some people, they really don't want to work. They're like, we're not essential at all. And I'm like, well, maybe not in your mind, but put yourself in somebody else's mind. Some people have like, you know, some people have shaky hands. Some people, so they can't cook. They're not able to. You know, people that have Parkinson's cannot cook. There are just some people that can't do it, and people need to be aware that other people are not able to. So just because you can doesn't mean somebody else can. Know what I mean? I don't know. So I'm going to take these 3 shades like I always do in this really old palette. Don't come for me. It takes me a while to save up for things. And I like to let my, I like really intense blush. That's just the style I like. Just because you don't like something, it's okay. Because I have people say, why do you put so much blush on? I'm like, because I like it. You don't have to. That's okay. It's my choice. It's my face. It's my money. It's my makeup. I don't do face makeup very often anymore either, because I'm not really able to wear it, honestly. Because of freaking, you know, having to wear a mask at work, I don't wear foundation because it just comes off all over my mask. Because I had a mask before that I made, I couldn't wear anymore because I wore makeup one time because I forgot, pretty much. Okay, so now I'm going to take a clean brush and I'm just going to really buff. I'm going to hold out on the edge and I'm going to really just buff this in. Really buff, 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 buff. Just blends it out nicely. And also in the South, it's really big on heavy blush. That's just something really common, especially in Georgia. But I don't live in Georgia, but it's super common in Georgia. You walk around Georgia and like half the people, their face blush like mine. It does hit a kind of low for me today. I think I messed up on the placement on this side, but it's okay. I mean, it'll wash off in a couple of hours. Because, well, not in a couple of hours. Quite a few hours. I'm filming this. It's probably about 2 o'clock now. So right after this, I'm going to go make me some curry. I'm going to try it for the first time. So, I mean, wish me luck. Because either this is going to go really well or fucking horrible. And I'm following the recipe that's on the side of the box. And then if I don't like it, I'm going to probably try it a couple of different ways. I'm really just buffing this out, like really just taking my time to do that. Alright, and see, it's not nearly as heavy once you like buff the crap out of it. Yay! Yay! Also, I'm not watching Twitch as much as I used to. I used to watch Twitch like religiously. I haven't watched a lot of Twitch anymore. Because I'm not really able to stream. You know what I mean? And I can't really commit to watching, like, a stream. Because I like to be there for a long time when I'm watching a stream. Alright. So, I'm going to take this highlighter, like I've been doing, because I just really want to use it all. Because I'm psychotic. I want to shake this. I don't know where my spray bottle went. I'll have to find it at some point. Anyway, so, I'm going to take it. I'm going to spray the highlight so it just, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, look at that highlight, look at that highlight. Then, on the tip of my nose, and then over here, and down the bridge, and then I also will be wearing a red lipstick to help with the body some when it comes to CATERPIE. I haven't worn face makeup in so long. I miss it. Okay. Who else have I been watching? I've been watching Mr. Atheist, also, but now known as Jimmy Snow. So that's his new name. I'm still getting used to it. So, now again, I'm getting used to Jimmy Snow. I've known him as Mr. Atheist for so long. There's someone named, Tagback, I think is what it is. Tagback TV, and he's been playing, he plays Story of Seasons, and he also plays, what's it called? Stardew Valley. There's this new game called Oblets that he started playing. I did not do that yet. And I really like Story of Seasons because it's such a relaxing game. And so is Animal Crossing. And I like to relax in my life. Don't know about you. What? What, bad boy? I know. Oh, bad boy. Okay. So, now I'm going to set my face. We're going to do that a couple of times. And also, I bought this because I thought the bottle was pretty and I like the spray and it smells good. That's why I bought it. I actually don't know who Bretman Roth is. Like, I know he's a YouTuber, but I don't watch his stuff, like, at all. So, I mean, I don't have an opinion on people that I don't watch. Yeah. There's that. Also, I've been watching, some Creepshow art stuff as well. Okay, I'm back now. Yeah, I've been watching some Creepshow art stuff as well. I quite like most of her stuff. There's a couple of things that I don't know, I haven't watched the videos or I don't mind the subject. Doesn't mean I don't like her. I still like her a lot. Also, she kind of rags on her art a little too much. I'm like, stop. Get a hold of yourself. Thank you. Also, Possessed by Horror, I've been watching as well. She talks about, obviously, horror movies. But she talks about more of, like, real, like, you know, with humans, not animated. Alright, so I'm taking this green shade out of the James Charles palette. I'm just taking, and I'm going to pat the color on some, and then blend it out. Because I have a plan, my dudes, for this look. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into that shade and go on the other eye and build it up. But yeah, I will be going through and cleaning out my subscription box, because I do that. I just subscribe to a bunch of people, and then if I like, because I like a couple of their videos, and if for some reason, because you know sometimes creators just make a couple of videos like that are kind of similar, and then they go back to whatever they normally do. I don't like some of that content sometimes, but it's okay. I'm going to just go through, I'm watching Jenny D. Should I say it? I think that's what I said. So, anyways, and we're going to continue with that light green shade from the James Charles palette. I've had this for a very long time. I love the palette. I got it before all the stuff. There's been a lot in the beauty community. That's why I stopped watching. Okay, so I'm going to take this brush as a clean blending brush. I'm going to take a little bit of that green and a little bit of the yellow I'll be using later, and I'm just going to buff this out. This like edge right here. There are wasps that have been hitting my window recently because there's a big flower tree, like a palm tree that like blooms flowers right next to my freaking door, or my window, or like my apartment in general, just right there. Oh yeah, so freaking my new neighbor. So the neighbor I had, he was just some chill dude that like really never was there. He like showed up every once in a while. A lot of my neighbors aren't really there very often. But he shows up every once in a while. Or he did. And then he moved. He met a girl. He met a girl and he left. But this new neighbor we have is fucking annoying. I hope he can hear me, because he fucking is annoying. He's so annoying to me. I can't stand him sometimes. Because he just slams all of his doors in his apartment. Just like, bam, bam, bam. All around his entire apartment, just slamming all of his doors. And I'm like, can you get a hold of yourself, sir? Alright, I'm going to hold down here. And, oh no. Okay, so I need to let my cats out because they're about to fight. I had to split them apart because they were going to fight. And I'm not dealing with them fighting right now. Because they just don't stop. They're just so, she's just so aggressive. And like, we're trying to train her not to be aggressive. When you try to train her not to be aggressive, she just gets aggressive with you instead. I'm like, you bitch, stop. So I'm going to be taking my glitter base. I'm going to put a little bit on my finger. Alright, I'm going to lay this down. Anyways. I'm going to take the shade Moss in this Lorac palette. I'm going to tap that on top of it. Then I'm going to take that a little bit more, and I'm going to tap it on again. Take the Moss shade again, tap it on top. So the school's about to start. I have one class that's in person. I will be going, of course, because, you know, I'm just going to wear my mask, and I'm just going to stay away from people. It's what I normally just stay away from people in the first place. So, I mean, this is really not that big of a deal to me. You know, I'm used to, I like to be in my house. I like to be alone. I like to not have people around me. Because, I mean, I have people around me all the time. So I'm taking a little bit more of that glitter base. And now I'm going to take the shade Foam in this Lorac palette. It's almost gone. I'm going to just tap it on top of that base that I've made for it. Okay, and now I'm going to do that with the other side as well. And then we're going to move to the bottom lash line. Bottom lash line is going to be a little something special, and so is going to be the inner corner. Alright, so now I'm going to take and I'm going to close that up. Don't forget to close your makeup up, guys, because people forget, my friends forget it all the time, and then they're like, my stuff's dried out. I'm like, well, stop doing that, you stupid. Okay, so I'm going to go back into the James Charles palette, and I'm going to go into the red shade. Alright, so I'm going to take the red shade. I'm going to take this little baby, this little brush from Wet n Wild. I'm going to tap on the edge right there. I'm going to bring that on the lower lash line. And when it comes to shades, like, be okay to build it up, especially when it comes to reds. You want to be able to build it up. My highlight. Alright, now I'm going to build it in towards. I'm going to pretty much stop right where my lash line is and leave just the inner corner. And I'm going to build this up quite a bit. Now I'm just going to tap. It will probably stain the underneath of my eye, but that's okay. Right now, I look like the Italian flag. I really look at the Italian flag. It's okay. We're going to change that. We're going to change that, guys. Because I am not Italian. At all. My ex-stepmother is, but I'm not. There's nothing wrong with being Italian. I mean, like, she's Italian descent. She's not, like, Italian herself. She's not from Italy. But I think she's a second generation, though, Italian. Because her grandparents were from Sicily. But her mother was born in Florida, I believe. No, New Jersey. Her mother's from New Jersey. It's just she moved to Florida, like, years later. When I think my stepmom was born in New Jersey, but only lived there until she was, like, about a few years old, and then she moved. Okay. I don't know why I'm telling you guys about that woman. She's a bad person. I mean, I felt like it was an important thing to talk about. Yes. I'm ADHD as hell. Also, I learned about something today, or yesterday, last night, that I didn't know. So ADHD people, i.e. me, have a hard time understanding object permanence. And I was like, no fucking way, that makes sense. And I looked it up. They said that's why they forget things exist. Is because if you put it away, it doesn't exist anymore. So, like, anytime people put fruit down below, I always forgot about it. And now I know why. Okay, so I'm going to take that bright yellow shade. I'm going to pop that on the inner corner. And I'm going to build that bitch up. No more Italian flag, guys. No more Italian flag now. This is very colorful. It's a very colorful look. Pokemon are very colorful. If you guys had not noticed, Pokemon have lots of bright colors. So, get like that. Okay. And now I'm going to take my highlight shade that I use, and I'm going to put it on top of that yellow shade. I'm using this little elf brush, dude. And I hold it down there because you can pack more on. So I'll be swirling this bitch in here. No, pack it. I just dropped everything. Because I have a very small vanity. I'm just going to put that gold on top. One second. I quite like the color yellow. I don't know why people don't like it. I think it's a really pretty color. Okay. Swirl around some more. I'm going to pack it on. Doesn't it look like it kind kind of dulled it just a little. I actually took some of it off on this side, so I'm going to put some more back on. And then I'm thinking a lot about Sailor Moon recently because I've been watching it on Hulu and stuff. I've been thinking a lot about it. Like an unhealthy amount of Sailor Moon in my life right now. Okay, so now I'm going to do my brows. I'm going to take this. I'm going to grab the shade Cedar in my Lorac palette. I'm just going to, well, first I need to wipe off the foundation that's on it. So I'm just going to use my finger, which probably isn't the best method, but I don't have my wipes in here. So now I'm going to take shade Cedar. I'm just going to fill in my brows with it. Which that hair is starting to grow back in a lot. There's not even a distinct line anymore. So I've just been filling the entire thing in. I finished the book, The Outsider, by Stephen King. Holy guac, my dudes. That book was so freaking good. I started it back in February of 2019. Now let me explain why it took me a year and a half to read one book. First off, it's long. Second off, when I read, I have to read a lot of textbooks. Like when I'm in college, I read a lot of my textbooks. And I'm not, and then, so I spend my time reading that, and then when I'm done reading those, I don't even want to look at a book. So I'm taking the Maybelline, it's like a clear concealer. I'm just taking that to set my eyebrows. I've been doing this for years, and it's worked for me. My brows never be moving. They stay in place. They have tenure on my face. Tenure? I don't know how you pronounce that word. But essentially, they ain't moving, is what that means. So now I'm going to take this contraption. That is something new that I learned. I only started using this recently. So I'm going to squeeze 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright. Now I'm going to take Great Lashes, Lots of Lashes by Maybelline. And I'm going to, I go to the base of the lashes and I pull up. Go to the base of the lashes and I pull up. Base of the lashes, pull up. Base of the lashes, pull up. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to wiggle it at the bottom and then go all the way up. And then tap the tip of my lashes. I don't know why I've always done it that way. Wow! Okay. Bottom lash line. I like to do my bottom lashes. I just like the way it looks. I know some people don't like them, but I do. I wanted to get tweezers the other day because I want to like pinch them kind of, you know what I mean? To kind of make them look doll-like. But I wasn't able to because I didn't get a long enough break on my double. But hopefully I'll get one on my next break. Oh, you guys couldn't even see what I was doing. I just realized that. Okay. Go back into the Great Lashes. Boop. Okay. Now I'm going to try to keep, let you guys see what I'm doing. So I go to the base of the lashes and I wiggle it and go up. You go to your base of your lashes and pull up. So I'm going to have to take photos and I'm going to have to take like a thumbnail photo too. lashes are done. Okay, I think the last thing I need to do is I just need to put on my lipstick. So I'm going to be using this lipstick right here. Don't come for me, I swear to God. I've had it since it was released. It does smell good though. Oh well. So I'm just going to... I don't have lip liner because I don't know. I probably should get one. At some point. But I prioritize cosplay because I really like this hobby. And like I don't have many. So I'm trying to build it up. So I have quite a few. Alright, now I'm going to take this. Now I'm going to take, I'll take this brush right here, and I'm just going to clean the edges up because they're slightly messed up. Also, no one's gonna see me today, like outside the real world. I mean, I'm gonna check the mail in a few minutes, but whatever. Pretty. Now I'm going to take a clear gloss and just oh, so pretty. I like it. Oh, such a good combo. I'll find a dupe somewhere else when I run out of it. Okay, so I'm going to spray my face. And then I'm going to go brush my hair out. Because it looks a little crazy right now, clearly. So I will be right back. And here's the final product. Wow, so pretty. So now I'm going to go take photos, do that. And then I'm going to edit, which will just be very simple, very quick, very easy, because I don't like editing. It's not fun. So, yeah. I'll convert it. I'll probably upload it, keep it to private, film that other video, make my curry. Probably while the video is converting and uploading, I will make the curry. So, I hope everyone has a lovely rest of their day. Be good people, be safe, drink plenty of water, follow me here, and turn on my notifications. Follow me on Instagram, and follow me on Twitch, because eventually, whenever my life does not become so hectic, I will begin streaming again.